The brutal October continues, and Justin and I are here to answer the biggest burning question on Badger fans' mind. When will they score another point?
Welcome to the Bucky Report, your destination for all things Wisconsin Badgers. Authentic takes.
Oh my God.
Game analysis.
Touchdown Badgers! Ring one up!
And discussion from the fan perspective. Woo-hoo! Thanks for joining us and on Wisconsin.
I have an answer to that question, Rajiv.
What is it?
It's when the Badger basketball team plays Oklahoma coming up. That's the next time we're going to see a Wisconsin team score.
It's pretty crazy. Welcome to the Bucky Report. We are your hosts, Rajiv and Justin, back together for a midweek preview episode. Yes, the brutal October continues. Now it's on to Oregon after losing to Ohio State 34-0. Been pretty rough. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the support of the show. You can find us on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Quickly, I'm going to touch on this Saturday locks. 5-0 last week. If you bet with me, you made money. I know I did. I know other people did. So you ought to check this show out. 22-9 is the current record against the spread, 71% win rate. It's its own show, Saturday Locks on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Go check that out. Had a lot of fresh support for the show this week, so thank you so much for that. And the new episode will come out tomorrow with 4 new picks. All right, Justin, we haven't scored in a while. It's pretty bad. Badger football is at its pretty much its lowest point. This is not exactly the preview episode that I was hoping to talk about, but nonetheless, we got to talk about the keys to the game.
The Bucky Report's 3 big things.
I mean, I think the first one's pretty obvious here. We got to score some points, but Justin, how does this team score? Honestly, how?
I don't have an answer to this. I would say if we had any sort of competent run game, that you need to find a way to do it. Realistically, I think what has to happen is you have to break one in the passing game. Somebody has to get loose on something, and that's the way it's going to have to happen. I can't see us putting together a drive where we consistently run the ball down the field.
Let's also remember that Darian Dupree is hurt. Dylan Jones got hurt last week.
Yak is banged up.
Yakimelli looks like he's hurt. Maybe Yakimelli plays, but Gideon Atuka, Justin, could be the starter. We could be on our third string quarterback, our fourth string running back. I mean, it's pretty awful. The only thing that seems to be looking at least a little better, and I'm not saying it's good, but the O-line is maybe getting a little bit better. But I agree with you. Listen, you have nothing to lose in this game. You are going up against Oregon, a team that's probably going to destroy you. Well, they will destroy you, but the question is by how much. Throw the ball downfield to Vinny Anthony. Can we please just get a long bomb to Vinny and let him try to do something to put us on the board? Like, you're not going to run the ball on this team with getting Atuka back there. I'm sorry, you're not going to do that. And you're not really going to be able to move the ball down the field with any kind of, regularity, given Hunter Simmons at quarterback. Maybe Danny O'Neal plays, who knows? But at this point, the only thing you have is to take shot plays to Vinny Anthony, maybe Jaden Ballard. He's fast. He can't make a play, though. But, dude, I mean, this is pretty bad.
So I want to ask you something. Do you think we don't see something stupid here where they start Carter because Hunter Simmons is banged up and Danny's obviously kind of broken right now? Like, I think I would be so angry if that happened.
Why would you be angry if that happened?
Because you literally have one more game to go before you maintain his redshirt year. And I realize he may not be here, but there's also a chance that regardless of what happens, that he does stay here. And if you waste it to have him just get abused for an extra game this year, that shows it's such a short-sighted view of coaching on there. And I don't know if he's like, the other part is you don't know if he's ready. Like, we haven't heard anything that says he's pushing in the meantime, which I'm sure he's preparing. I don't get me wrong on that. I do want to see him after the bye week when you have a week to potentially prep him. But bring him in against Oregon, a team that's out for blood now because they lost to Indiana, is like the worst idea you could have.
I mean, obviously burning his red shirt is a horrific idea. I don't think, even if they played him this week, I don't think they would burn his red shirt. Like, they would keep him out of another game
the last
later.
4 games, he would.
But I understand that, but I don't think he would. It's what they're not going to burn his red shirt. That's crazy. Like that
I
makes
don't put
zero
anything
sense.
past this staff at this point.
Fair, but if you were not going to play him in one of the last 4, let's say Billy decided he was going to be healthy and play a little bit, because theoretically Billy could still take a red shirt even if he were to come back and play a game. I don't know. He had to play medical red shirt though.
Yeah, he's already used his regular red shirts.
So realistically, like they could bring him in. I don't think you should though. This is not the game for Carter Smith to play. Like you're going to get killed. You need to just go with Hunter Simmons, Danny O'Neal, whatever is going to happen. But you've got to find a way to put points on the board. Maybe special teams. Maybe Vinny Anthony can get something broken up in the special teams. You got to give the guys a chance though. Like what I don't want to see is us try to continuously run the ball, continuously try the misdirection plays, which don't work against teams of this caliber.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to launch it. I know that sounds crazy. We're not winning this game. So let's see something exciting. Let's try to get something going for Badger fans. On the other side of the ball, number 2, gain some push from the front 4 and allow our young linebackers to show their skills. So we know that Christian Allegro broke his arm in the last game. So he's likely out for the foreseeable future. Tackett Curtis could play, could not play. He looks like he's maybe in the doghouse a little bit from his snap counts last week, and kind of like they obviously said they were going to put people out there who earned it. Cooper Catalano and Mason Posta have earned the playing time based on their skills, their fight, the way they're playing. We very well could see both of these guys in this game, and I would love to be able to get a little push up front, disrupt them a little bit. Like I know we're not going to crush this offense, but can we disrupt them, get some tackles for loss, let Posa and Catalano do their work, and maybe try to get a few wins on the defensive side of the ball, because that's where it's possible. Scoring a point might not be possible, but getting a few wins defensively actually could.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where you're at right now, is you want to see some players at least flash. So you at least have something positive to take away from the game.
Yeah, I mean, God, you desperately need it, right? I mean, because listen, we don't have Zachman's not ready to play yet, is he? I mean, he's not.
I haven't heard anything about him. I'm curious. I'll be shocked if he plays yet this season. Almost that the way this is going.
Yeah, I mean, maybe potentially after the bye, he could play. I think that's one of the way I'm looking at it, Justin. Like I feel like we have a 4-game season after the bye week, and this game I just want to be over. Just get it over. We're gonna lose. Okay, it's gonna look a lot like the last couple weeks. But then the last 4, not saying they're winnable games, but they're more winnable than the last couple.
Oh, absolutely.
And maybe Billy Edwards is healthy.
Outside of Indiana.
Well, yes. Maybe Billy Edwards is healthy. Maybe Preston Zachman's healthy. Maybe Darian Dupree and Dylan Jones are healthy, right? So we could potentially have an opportunity to get some upsets in that last 4. But yeah, I just want to see something flash defensively. And our third one is an exact repeat of last week. Play like you care about the W on the helmet. Like this is something that I feel like we just have to keep on here, because so often, Justin, we've talked about how these guys look like they're playing uninspired. Luke Fickell's not really getting them ready to play. Like, what do you want to see from an effort perspective here? How hard is it to go to these places and actually do this? Like, it's going to be brutal.
Yeah, we'll get to the score predictions coming up here, but I just want to see effort. I want to see the young guys play hard. I don't care if you make mistakes. That's part of the game. You have a lot of young guys that are going to be out there. I want to see them making mistakes at 100 miles an hour. Like, show that you're trying to make something happen, because right now this team is so short on playmakers that it's just brutal to watch.
And, maybe some of these guys are playing for the portal. That's fine. Just give us something. Like, you just got to do, like,
at least it's effort.
There's a high percentage chance of rain this weekend in Oregon, so that could be something. But maybe we could find a way to use that to our advantage. But I think, look, the 3 we talk about the keys. Like, it's hard to have keys of the game when you're looking like we do and you have zero chance of winning a ball game. Mm-hmm. What I will say is it's all about the effort. Like, just give what you can. And for God's sakes, coaches, like let's put our guys in position to actually do something well. And maybe we'll see something good.
The Bucky Report predictions.
It's an evening game at Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon, 6 p.m. Central Time on Saturday. It's the brutal October continues, Justin. We knew it coming into the season, and now we are living this awful schedule. Where are you on the score of this crazy game?
I'm sorry. I just don't see it being much better this week in Autzen, which is notoriously one of the toughest places to play in the country. I have this one at 45-0. Oh, really? Really?
I got the boo sound ready to go here.
But yeah, I don't see this offense being able to put anything together. They didn't show us anything last week that said that they were going to do it. Now they're even more banged up than they were going into Ohio State. And you're going to a really tough environment with two quarterbacks that are inexperienced and banged up.
I cannot see a way that we're going to go 3 straight weeks without scoring a point. I just can't. Okay. It would be, listen, if it's late in that game, fourth quarter, and we're driving against Oregon's backups, please kick a field goal. Please. Please do it. Just do it. There's nothing going on here. We're not winning this game. So I think we are going to score. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that the Badgers score 10 points. I don't know how, but maybe it's a Vinny Anthony deep shot. Maybe it's a Vinny Anthony kick return, right? Do you see a theme here? It's Vinny Anthony's going to have to score some points. And maybe we get a pick. Maybe Cooper Catalano gets something over the middle and returns it for a pick 6. It's going to take a freak play. It's not going to be methodically moving the ball down the field. That's not going to happen. But I do think we score. I think we score 10. Oregon, however, put up 56 last week against Rutgers. They are still pissed off about what happened in Indiana. The spread was 34. Now it's down to 31. Very odd. I'm not really sure why the line moved because all the money's flowing on Oregon, which it rightfully should. I think 45-10. So I do think we do not cover the spread. 45-10, which also deserves because we are picking a loss. It's pretty ugly, man. I mean, it's really ugly. I don't really know how and where it got into this, the mode that it did. And I just want to, while we have a few minutes left on the show, I want to quickly touch on this, Justin, the letter. We haven't talked about it yet. We're going to talk about it obviously on Sunday, but you had a chance to go on Locked On Badgers and talk about the letter from the famous Chris McIntosh letter. If you probably have seen this already, those of you listening,
famous for all the wrong reasons.
It's all so. Give me your instant, quick take on that letter.
Tone deaf, lack of accountability on his part for his role in what this has played out to be. If the financial issues were there, that's on you. It's your job as the AD to make that not be a problem. So when you suddenly have all this money that's you can free up to make work, it's like, why was this not a thought when you just got your butt kicked the last 2 seasons? He is so reactionary as an AD that it drives me insane. Like every time it's got to be complete train wreck before he actually addresses something. And it's like, your job is to be progressive and cutting edge with this so that you're not left behind. And instead you're taking the worst possible route to this every time. And then you have no acknowledgement of how you've screwed this up. Like you're a part of this. And you sit here and act like we're supposed to be confident in your ability to fix this when you've shown us nothing that says that you have any clue how to do your job correctly or competently.
I like how he reminded Badger fans at the beginning of the letter that he played on Rose Bowl teams and all that stuff, just reminding us how far he has taken this program. Like this is on you. Take responsibility for what happened. No one's blaming you for hiring Luke Fickell because we all wanted it at the time. He was the top available coach at the time. No one's blaming you. What I'm blaming him for is not firing him because at this point it's got to be over, and pumping more money into the program just basically says, hey, all is good. We know we need to invest. No, all is not good. We are as low as we've ever been. We are probably going to get shut out for the 3rd time in 3 weeks. We're at an all-time low in average scoring. Meanwhile, my NFL team is at an all-time high in average scoring, which is fantastic. But my Badgers they can barely put a point on the board. And we're talking about investing more into the program. If you're going to invest more into the program, do it with another coach, Chris. Do it with another coach because this is getting us nowhere.
And he's a PR train wreck too. Let's just be honest with it. Like he has no self-awareness whatsoever with how people are regarding everything at this point.
Yeah.
For him to come out here and act like he's some kind of savior or white knight to be riding in to save the program. It's like, dude, you're the reason that it is what it is right now. Like, there's so many decisions that we've discussed over the last several years that I'm like, what were you thinking when you made that move? And it's just, I realize that we're just fans, but some of this stuff is just common sense business things. Like, the way you handle it from a PR standpoint is like, do you just not have any concept of what the big picture looks like or how people may look at certain things? It's like he always expects the best possible scenario to be what plays out rather than the worst. And I think when you're making PR decisions, you always have to make that with the thought that the worst possible situation may be how this plays out. How do I handle this in a way that makes it seem like, number one, I'm humble and not, arrogant or over the top with it, and that I understand what I'm looking at. And number two, that I actually feel somewhat competent and self-aware enough to know what the actual issues truly are. Because nothing that he told us in that release said that he had any idea on any real tangible fixes for what this is, other than some unknown dollar amount might be get put into the football program.
Right. And that he cares about growing this program. Right. Yeah. And I know that he does, but I would like to actually see it. I do think the letter put pressure on him. It pushed pressure on himself, which I like. I like that there's like, at least now that the pressure turns more towards him as well. Like, it's basically both of them are on the line now. But I think the official Bucky Report reaction to the Chris McIntosh letter is...
Well, it's worse than that.
It's a big boo. It's a big boo. We will.
That's the nice reaction.
That's the nice reaction. So hopefully the Badgers can make something happen this weekend, but it's unlikely. We'll be back on Sunday to break down all of the Oregon game. And yes, talk about basketball. We have an exhibition game. Is it Friday? The exhibition game? I believe it's Friday.
Yes, Friday.
Tomorrow night. Yeah. So that'll be fun. And the season starts next week. We're going to touch on basketball a lot. Thanks for joining us. And as always, on Wisconsin.
On Wisconsin.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoy the show, subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Bucky Report or The Bucky Report Podcast from wherever you get your content. Until next time, on Wisconsin.